to infinity and beyond. Fans, for Halloween this year, as you all know, I always make a very creepy video. And this year is no different. I've decided to don my Buzz Lightyear garb, and I'm going to really be giving you a spooky and sinister take on the whole Buzz Lightyear character from Toy Story. So let's get right into this. Let's see how scary we can make Mr. Lightyear. So imagine the scene is this. There's bats flying all over a wooden room. The wooden panelings creaking as Buzz Lightyear walks very slowly but very decisively against, and he's walking up behind a very familiar figure in a cowboy hat. Taps him on the shoulder. "Woody, I've come to suck your blood." Wouldn't that be scary? And I've written down some of Buzz Lightyear's most famous quotes. So I want, I do so many different types of videos. I've made so much different content. Everybody, no matter whether you love it or you hate it, at least one of my videos you've fallen in love with, because I've just made such a wide range of things. Everybody loves at least something. So I'm going to be not only really creeping you out, as you just now saw, but I'm also going to be doing spot-on impressions of Mr. Lightyear. So let's look at one of Buzz Lightyear's phrases and listen to this impression. "Greetings, I am Buzz Lightyear. I come in peace. Buzz Lightyear to the rescue." That's a couple of quotes. All right, now let's set a scary scene up again. You see, I've got my buttons on. Let's pretend like I'm pushing a button and a very scary Halloween phrase comes out. Let's say there was a Toy Story Halloween edition. What do you think this button would say if there was a Toy Story Halloween edition? Let's see. "Princess Bo Peep, your day of reckoning is here." And then I make my wings come out and I crash right into her. All right, let's go back to another impression here. "Don't even think about it, cowboy." That's when Buzz was talking to Woody in one of the movies. Ooh, here's another. This is a very good, cool Buzz Lightyear quote. "Has your mind been melded? You could have killed me, Space Ranger." That's a good one. Oh, and here's this is probably one of people's favorite Buzz Lightyear quotes. Woody was acting very out of hand, and Buzz Lightyear had to put him into his place a little bit. And this is the quote. "You're a sad, strange little man, and you have my pity. Farewell." Okay, now what I want to do for you, you've heard all the famous quotes, you've heard the impression, and I hope that you've been satisfied so far. Now what we're going to do is set up a very, just incredibly creepy, macabre scene here. Toy Story, Buzz Lightyear, Halloween. It's time to really, and if you're faint of heart, folks, I suggest turning off the video now, because it's about to get very, very scary. And I can make something scary with as simple as this. Let's say, I'm Buzz Lightyear on Halloween, and instead of having fingers, I've got claws. That's just to make it a little bit even more scary. All right, let's set up the scene. So Buzz Lightyear goes to fight Emperor Zurg, the big bad guy of Toy Story. Emperor Zurg thinks that this honorable space ranger Buzz Lightyear, he isn't going to do anything underhanded. He's going to come and fight me face to face. But of course, Halloween-themed Buzz Lightyear has something a little bit different in mind. So Buzz walks up to Zurg. Zurg looks at him and says something like, "Oh, hey, you stupid space ranger, it's time to, you're about to meet your doom." And Buzz, he reaches into his pocket, Gets out a big thing of web like spiders would be on, throws it onto Zurg, and then out of his other pocket gets out 16 black widow spiders, puts them onto the web, and now Zurg has 15 killer spider bites. How's that for a little bit of creepy Halloween stuff, fans? Let's take it a little bit further even, because Buzz isn't done there. All right, Buzz goes up to Zurg. Zurg has all these Black Widow spider bites. You know, he's writhing in pain. He's really suffering now. What does Buzz do? Goes to a closet that he set up in Zurg's hideout. Gets out a skeleton. Now now Zurg is getting really creeped out. He thought Buzz was just gonna, come and maybe push a button or something. But now he has a skeleton. He walks that skeleton up to Zurg as if it is a puppet. And then Zurg's thinking, whoa, what have I gotten myself into? And then Buzz makes Zurg look the skeleton right in the eyeballs. And what do you think happens next? A worm comes out of that skeleton's eyeball, and Zurg falls flat on his face, faints from being scared.